Our other top story at noon, the state of Oklahoma has put James Coddington to death. An Oklahoma County jury convicted Coddington in 2003 of murdering a friend back in 1997. We have team coverage at the state penitentiary in McAllister and begin with news on 6's Reagan Ledbetter with more. Reagan?
Autumn, the execution process for James Coddington started right at 10, and he was declared unconscious at 10:08, then declared dead at 10:16. Now, we talked to the victim's son, Albert Hale's son, right afterward, who says, of course, they didn't want to be here today at all, but they came here to represent their dad. He says there's so much focus oftentimes on the killer through this whole process that they wanted to be here to bring the focus back to the victims. He says today's not about closure, but about closing a chapter in their lives.
That's the only thing we wanted, was just everything to stop. You know, unless you've been inside this system on the victim side, you don't understand how you just get kicked around like a football. No one cares about us. It's always the criminal side.
Now, Coddington was convicted of killing 73-year-old Albert Hale with a hammer because Hale wouldn't give him money for drugs. Witnesses say when Coddington was asked if he had any final words today, he didn't seem to show any remorse. He didn't mention anything about the crime, the victim, or the victim's family. Witnesses say Coddington looked to his attorney, who was visibly upset, and gave her a thumbs up. Witnesses say the execution process seemed to go as planned with no issues. Witnesses also say Coddington talked about Governor Kevin Stitt and said he didn't blame him for denying his clemency and said he even forgave him. Now, there were people outside the prison today who were advocating against the death penalty, wanting the death penalty to be gone altogether, and praying for Coddington's family, Coddington, as well as Albert Hale's family. Kristen Weaver, News on 6's Kristen Weaver, is live to continue our team coverage.